the Texas A&M Aggies. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will get first crack at it here. They'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. A&M comes back out with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fakes to grab. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I'd guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Already a solid... Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've got him then deep in They'll run it to the right. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Slithers into space. There he goes! He's at the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a foot. Turning it on! And you'll race it to the house! Touchdown, Aggie! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back. In this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Kentucky! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Breaks into the open. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Finds a tight end. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of...
Going downfield for the big play. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Aggie!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. To throw, it's Hawkins. Grab near the marker, it's Skinner. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Card in the backfield. It's Patterson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And when I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off-play action. Here's a heat. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. This dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. That's caught. It's Connor. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 30. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. You can find him.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the running game. There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Suggs. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That's reeled in. It's Miller. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Unloads it downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Oh, they're after him! Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting this sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the inside. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He lets one fly deep. Got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Somehow, they got up off the deck, and they got back in the game, and they're all tied up.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's on the loose. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Touchdown, Aggies! that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The sure hands, it's Wilcox. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Hawkins. Pressure coming. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Connor. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. To the ground with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will put be the final play of the third quarter. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Using the quick game. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The give to the tailback.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. The give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball and he just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Still running at the 40. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. On the run, it's Jackson. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, and come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Aggie! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad.
Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Gilmore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and run the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got a man, it's Patterson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job.
And the ball comes out. What a Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the air on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back.
Fires toward the end zone. Snags it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
You just can't allow that to happen defensively. It's 4th in California. You're in a big zone defense. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. You can't.
He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggie. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Kentucky. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.